What is going down, everyone? It's time for 400, the 400th episode of The Hype. We appreciate you guys tuning in for over 8 years. Maybe some of you listen for the first time today, or you've been loyal listeners. We appreciate you guys. We're going to have some huge giveaways as you followed us along this journey. The first episode of The Hype was in 2017. The very first podcast that me and Dan did was in 2011. So we've been doing podcasts for a while, and we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Cody, super producer Cody, joined us about, 4 or 5 years back now, and took us to a whole new level. So
it was while the National was happening. That was my fifth 5 years here. It's been
crazy.
5 years. It's been. I say it every milestone episode. I was just kind of wandering the earth, like, what do I do with? What the hell do I do? And then I looked this place up, and I'm like, whoa, it just fell into my lap, and could not be happier that end up here with you guys and with this whole crew.
And as you can see, he's changed into a Yankee fan over the weekend.
Yeah,
so,
I know. I'm wearing a Yankee
after the
shirt
Giants
today.
have been playing so bad.
Yeah,
I get it.
Not that the Yankees have been playing any better.
I thought about just being a Savannah Bananas.
That's probly the safest bet at this point, if we're being honest.
I mean, they just don't lose, right?
Boy, you want to talk about a card set that would just
It's got to be coming out.
would be huge. It would be a huge hit.
I mean, they're on ESPN now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're broadcasting.
They're selling a
nationally.
football stadium.
They're selling out pretty much everywhere they go.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that would be big.
Well, we're going to go through some of the greatest moments in the series of The Hype. We've got some special cameos like you guys are used to. We've got some fancier stuff this year. Last year we did the 40s of Mickey's. So this year we've got the Perrier Jouet.
Yep, that's that.
Nailed it.
I missed the 40s of Mickey's.
But Dan, did you think we'd be here on episode 400?
There's a lot. I look at this couch. Like we really made it. We got a couch. We got some soundproofing that you can't see behind us. We have a nice lighted sign that is never lighted.
And here's the exciting part: is that the best is yet to come. I did a little bit of we've talked about our big expansion and all that. That also includes some. Maybe you're going to see that show up as well with some of the podcasts over the next...
we may or may not be in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be like an aquarium. Like,
It's
we're going to be
exciting.
in there, and there's going to be people going like this.
I saw the structures this morning, and I went, okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the vision. I'm getting excited. I'm getting
couch
pumped,
coming
so-
with us?
I mean, look, I think we should
Think the
bring
throw
couch.
pillows that we have? Look at this. Look at this thing.
I think the couch should come. Look, at the very least for a green room and,
Not our first couch that we've had on the podcast.
Or we could do it like, Howard Stern style, where it's like sitting at the big board and then the guests are on the couch, and that's where they talk. So
What we could do is maybe call Reclaim Customs and get a little cards made out of this couch, right? So the Hype,
authentic, number
that
episode
would be
400.
that would be
used.
repurposing it, but that sounds like we wouldn't be bringing it with us.
But then we would be bringing it with us.
look, dude, we got like fake plants over there.
We got
look at
ferns.
this. Look
made it.
at this.
We've made it.
We have.
Look what we've done. We have lights. We have a headset mics now.
Yeah.
Oh.
How far we've came. I mean,
Yeah.
we used to record on an 8-track, right? Like a little
Reel to reel.
reel-to-reel
Yeah.
when we first started.
Yep.
So we had to turn all those digital. But, yeah, I mean, if we do make cards, it may or may not contain butt sweat. I don't know. It might have to say that on the back just as a disclaimer. So
Not a lot of usage on this couch.
not done too much. It's pretty new still.
I think the old one, the black leather one that we had, I think that came from Craigslist at one point.
Oh, yeah. And then I think there was people sleeping on it. I think Shane was living there.
Oh,
Shane
I
was living
don't-
on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy on the couch, also known as Shane.
Yeah, the guy on the couch. The guy on the couch may or may not make an appearance on this episode. I don't know. Maybe he may or may not make
Who
an appearance
knows?
on this episode.
Who knows?
But let's. We've got a lot to talk about. We also have the next 5. We have the next 5 athletes that when we get to the Hype 500, who are we going to be talking about? So we're going to make predictions. And, of course, we got Guess That Price. We got to do Guess That Price. But I do want you guys to weigh in on your favorite Hype episode. Put it in the comments below and let us know. If this is your first one, maybe this is your favorite episode. But I am going to pop this bottle, and I'm going to try to
This is going everywhere.
this is going to try to...
I will say this is not the first time we've had champagne. We are batting 1,000 with getting champagne all over the place and making a sticky mess on the table. Think it's going to happen again? And here we go. Here we go. And
Ooh.
oh, so it doesn't. It's flat. So we got some bad.
Oh, no.
There's no doubt we got some bad champagne there.
Look, I think we said beforehand, is this going to play well for audio listeners? But at the very least, you get that pop. You get the fizz.
No pop.
No pop.
No fizz.
No fizz.
No pop. No fizz.
Yeah, that is.
And maybe you know what? Maybe when you spend a little bit more money, Dan, you don't get the pop and the fizz. It's just clean.
That could be it. Smooth.
Okay.
I'll let you guys be the judge. See if we walk out of this room after this.
I don't see a lot of bubbles in there, but that's fine. These are nice glasses too.
They're very nice.
Is
Came with
this
it.
Pure crystal.
Sure.
And then you're going to get the Johnny Walker glass.
Hell
Cody.
yeah.
So, I mean, they only came 2 in the
Cheers.
set. So we did.
Nice.
I know this is great podcast radio here, but we are pouring some. And
I just actually I think of I think it's like 1987, the great Will Clark.
Cheers.
Popping champagne in the dugout.
That is interesting. That was not.
Cheers,
Look,
Cody over there. This is bad radio.
Hey,
but
you know what? We're allowed to have one episode where we get to have a little.
I actually just almost took my head off there.
That's a very interesting taste.
is that
That's not quite what I was expecting.
Oh, that when somebody says something and they're like, "That's very interesting," that's never good.
Look, I'm only used to very cheap champagne because the only time I'm ever really drinking it is. Are we not? None of us are we not fans?
I think it's gone bad.
does champagne go bad? Can somebody Google that?
I don't know.
I think it's gone bad.
I don't know. Here we go. Can champagne?
This tastes like vinegar.
Yeah. Can champagne go bad?
This has vinegar vibes.
How long does champagne last?
6
I was
months.
gonna say, it should. Yeah, I can.
Once opened, can last possibly up to 10 years if stored properly.
Lee's aged for over 3 years. Vintage champagne will age fantastically.
This is 1998.
So yeah, it should be.
Oh, this is better then?
Vintage champagnes can last 5 to 10 years for a vintage of high quality, but can continue evolving for 15 plus years.
So what I'm tasting right now is vintage, high quality deliciousness.
What you're tasting right
is
now
apple cider vinegar is what I'm tasting right now, but
what you're tasting is look.
maybe we didn't let it age long enough.
They were bumping Mbop and making the finest
Britney
champagne.
Spears was popular.
Mm-hmm. They were making this, and that's you can taste it in here. It's all there.
I mean, I'll say that you drink enough of it, it won't matter.
No,
it's got vibes.
It's got vibes.
It's got vibes. It's got.
Yeah,
I think we should have just did Mickey's again, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Well, you
maybe
can
balls.
never go wrong with Mickey's. Did all of us do Mickey's?
Yeah.
Or
we did.
Did somebody go out of their lane and do like oldie?
I think
No,
we
because
all did Mickey's.
I think I bought the 40s.
Yep.
We should have done it, and we should have done the Edward 40 hands. It would have been very difficult for
Edward
Cody
40
because
hands.
he's over there. He
I'm-
needs his hands.
Right. I do need these hands.
We would have had to bring another producer in. We could have had Alex or something. We should have
Right.
done
That's what-
episode 500.
that's
Edward 40 hands. That's what
Episode
we're gonna do.
500, episode 4, episode 40 hands. Edward 40 hands, episode 500. All right.
No, that's right. We'll just call the episode
episode 40 hands.
episode 40 hands. We'll do it.
I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that.
All
Yeah,
right.
This is
Is it growing on you?
no. No.
Should I take it back and get a refund?
Yeah, let's that would be great content. You're like, go back, you're all, you taste this. You tell me.
How's that taste to you? What's that taste like? Yeah.
It doesn't really taste like vinegar anymore. Maybe that was just the first notes I was having.
Right.
But it does taste like when something does slightly turn.
Yeah, it's
for the
not.
worse.
Look, it's you know what? It's and again, we're not champagne.
I mean, I'm not.
connoisseurs
I
here.
feel like I'm kind of doing a champagne review instead of doing a podcast episode about.
This is now a
trading
champagne
cards.
podcast.
This is now the champagne. Yeah, you know what? 400. It's time to change things up.
We should have did the champagne and beers. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we should have did. So anyways, we're going to take a look back and we're going to see if some of these episodes that we've had kind of still ring true today. So Cody's got lead us into this one right here and tell us what this one's about.
Okay, so
See if I can remember it.
We liked so basically this is I always like to go back in the Wayback Machine. This is even before. So this is just a few years after you guys officially start doing a podcast, but this is only episode 3 of the Hype. I think we looked at episode 1 back in episode 300. So I decided let's go a little not as far back for the next one, but
A whole 2 episodes.
a whole 2 episodes later. And maybe for those of you who are not privy to like exactly the timeline of when the podcast started, if you're listening at home, just kind of take a guess. This is Doug and Dan talking about.
Some people might not even been born yet.
It's true.
That are listening to this.
It's possible. Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, you could be 8 years old and enjoying our podcast. So it's very possible. So here you go. This is from episode 3. You guys are talking about the health of the hobby here.
Cards are selling well. Products are desirable, especially from the baseball front. I mean, you look at some recent high dollar sales. These are dream cards here. Aaron Judge, 9,000. Tom Brady, 19,000. LeBron James, 35,000. These are obviously the higher selling cards, but there's plenty of $1,000 cards that are just being pulled every day. So the collectability of these products are probably higher than they've ever been right now as 2017 in July. And you got the NBA poised to have a big season with the rookies that are coming out with Lonzo, things like that. Anything they do is just gold. It's just insanity. They are literally printing money as we speak.
When is the last time you saw Series 2 go up like that?
Yeah, go back to that Series 2. What are we at on that one?
Damn, son.
Series 2 went up 53%. Series
That's
2.
unheard of.
That's a pro debut went up.
$125.
There's not even major league logos on that thing. They have an average increase of 80% across all their products this year. Crazy. It's literally insane. Could they come out with the McRib and make that profitable?
Whoa, man. Everybody loves a McRib.
It's true. Could they make fidget spinners?
Aren't they?
Package them up?
They did. There you go. So if you are watching at home, that's 2017 that's happening. But if you just take little snippets of that.
Why did we open any product? Like at that point, we were calling it out.
Because we do it for the
And then we just kept
hobby.
on opening up product.
Should have put it away. But
We're
you know what?
They're like, you can't lose by buying product. And then all we did was sell it, and we probably lost.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what? We kept every one of those breaks. There was 30 potential people that got entered in to win these cards, and we wouldn't be here today without that. But hey, Aaron Judge. We were talking about Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is still good.
Aaron Judge, all those cards that you show there, that's, again, it's been 8 years, so it's a lot of time for things to change, especially in this hobby. That's basically an eternity.
Did Aaron Judge just make his debut?
At that point, he
2017?
had just made his debut. He was a rookie. He was the hot new rookie in baseball at that point. That Tom Brady card is still,
massive.
Obviously massive. Probably bigger now.
Well, yeah, we were
That
like,
LeBron
we're all
card.
19,000.
Yeah, 19,000. Wow, it's the biggest card ever.
Probably add another digit in there. It's probably
Easily.
190,000.
Well, now that Tom Brady's making YouTube videos of himself going to Japan to buy his own rookie cards, so yeah, it's a little more expensive now. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah, he's actively involved. In
All of his content
Yeah.
is now hobby content.
It's funny.
It's kinda nuts.
I ran into the
Ran into Tom Brady?
No, not yet. No, I did not.
In Japan?
Yeah, I wish. I ran into the card
had a
vault.
busy-
I ran into the card vault guy. I forget his name. Chris, I believe his
Busy
name is.
weekend.
A lot of Chris's in the hobby. But he was telling me, oh, yeah, we're going to be headed down to San Francisco soon and stuff like that. Maybe we'll stop by. And I actually regret saying this, but I was all, don't open a shop there. But actually, like, the stadium has some prime real estate, so I'm actually hoping that they do.
Yeah.
Because I was just there, and there's like 3 or 4 different retail locations that are like right by the park. That would be great if they had a Tom Brady card vault.
it would be.
In the park or right outside?
Right
the park?
outside,
of it.
yeah. There's that
like kind of by
strip.
where baseballism is, kind of
Yep.
down the strip there.
Yep. Yeah, there's a whole little strip where it would be kind of perfect right there. But yeah, it's I just found it interesting that that for so much talk of like where we were in, I mean, looking back at episodes, I was listening to a lot of episodes from 19, from 20, from 21, where we're like, it can't stop getting bigger. I mean, here we are in 2017, and it was the same sort of conversation. Like, man, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we had an episode not that long ago where I feel like we kind of talked about, like, things are kind of booming again in certain aspects of the hobby. So, you know, it's just interesting perspective to go back into time machine.
And it's funny that we're mentioning Tom Brady as a card shop owner, but there's a lot of like athletes now. I mean, I just saw a video of Jacob Bizarowski in a shop hitting his own card.
In a club, wasn't he breaking Pokemon in the clubhouse?
He's a big Pokemon collector. He went to a local shop, got his own card, and out of a box, not an autograph card. It was just a numbered one of his cards.
It's a good thing that he can just autograph it.
And then he autographed it.
Yeah. He can autograph it himself because it's him.
It's him.
Right. Exactly.
So if he wanted an autograph version of it,
Exactly.
he knows a guy.
He knows a guy that might be able to make that, facilitate that.
He knows a guy who knows a guy. By the way, I do, Dan mentioned it because I think you saw the video. I am going to see if I can, for episode 500, that's the goal, is recreate our interface, or OG interface of the hype. That would be fun.
It was groundbreaking.
Did you put the blood pressure monitor, or was that Doug?
That was me.
That was Doug.
Cody wasn't even born yet back then.
Yeah, exactly.
At least in Mojobreak world.
I was a baby. Yeah.
Blood pressure monitor.
Well, my whole idea was to have it
fits well with this industry.
It does.
The topics, right? The topics
Yes.
in a row. And it became problemsome to just try to do it every week. So I think eventually I stopped, but it was just like, I wanted it to be like, all right, topic 1, topic 2. And I even wanted a highlighter thing, but I didn't figure that out at the time in 2017. It was like, we're on this topic. Now we're on this topic. Now we're on this topic. But I just went in a row.
It was kind of like, pardon the interruption.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
You're definitely going, it's definitely the part in the interruption look. It's the PTI look, definitely, in that one.
I think they probably copied us.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Yeah,
We did.
let's be honest.
Bourbon, Kornheiser.
That show started in what, 1997?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Set
so
the-
Well, we're
set the
drinking
standard
1998 champagne.
That's right.
So it's pretty
in
close.
their honor. Absolutely. Yeah,
There's
PTI.
more poison for me.
oh yeah, it's so good. Just
Yeah, if we all got a big tummy ache later on,
We'll figure it out.
we know the
We'll know why.
culprit.
We'll
We
know
will
why.
definitely know the culprit. I just got to ask you. You guys were doing that just in the shop, right?
Yes.
You guys were just doing that would you close up the shop, or would it be like,
well,
people might walk in?
Have some special guests every once in a while.
Sure.
Look at wax.
I mean,
hey, you buying a box of Tupps? Come on over here. You want to talk about it?
wasn't super concerned about people walking in,
Right.
just cause
Yeah.
it was a destination spot, is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
But
So-
you know what? A great story that I can actually share now is one of the customers that would come in quite regularly was my friend Manpreet, who's the vet of my dogs to this day, and he did buy a 2018 couple boxes of 2018 Sapphire Bowman, and he hit an Otani auto
Wow.
and just held on to it, and that was the one that we graded at the National this year.
Wow.
And it got a 10. So we're talking about it's a $40,000 card now that he got out of a $300 box. I mean,
That's incredible.
these are some amazing stories. I was like thinking about it. I don't know how much money he spent with us, but I'm like, it probably covers most of that card now.
Easily.
The value of that card. And he had a base Sapphire too from that same run of Otani, just no autograph. And that got a 10. So we got 2 10s for him. So it was like kind of a nice appreciation moment for him, who came into the shop when we had a shop, and I put that in quotations. We had a shop.
Well, no,
and,
we also had Joe would come in once in a while, and he actually did some breaks with us there, but he would come into the shop and buy some stuff.
Yeah.
But it was our
I'm trying
first.
to think, what about the location we're in now? Not the overall building was our first shop. Do we have anybody who went to all 3 locations?
Well, probably Manpreet for sure, right? As far as
Did he come here?
this one,
Yeah.
I think he said he had looked it up.
Could Kid Mikey maybe?
Maybe, Kid Mikey. Yes, for sure. He was
Yeah.
definitely at all of these.
Kid Mikey,
so-
all 3
Yeah.
locations.
There you go.
Wow! Shout out to Kid
Shout
Mikey,
out.
Mike M.
You need to get they need to get like a they did a quad of candlesticks, quad a Mojobreak. I've been to all of them.
red and black jacket.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, good call.
Or a plaque.
Or
I mean,
plaque.
whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some some bricks out in front of the store.
There you go. There's the
There you
idea.
go.
You want to buy your commemorative brick to lock your place in Mojobreak
I mean, we're working
history.
on it right now. The budget's changing daily, so
Right.
I guess we can throw
Hey, look, that's
throw
gonna
a couple more dollars at it to get a little bit more brick.
Well,
in the front.
look, the brick is that's how we're making the buku bucks right there. You know, you charge
We're selling
$500 a brick.
We're selling personalized bricks.
I don't know what these bricks go for. That's probably I don't know. Just
Might
throwing
be
it
able
out
to
there.
pay for all the construction costs.
There you
that
go.
Way. You never know.
Exactly.
But I think
we'll find out.
did
We'll
we
find
do
out
any?
that brick is in a massive demand, and
Probably tariff.
one brick is $7 million.
Yeah,
Who knows?
That's probably true.
Did we do any podcasts here though, like old school, like back in the day? We had to have, right?
Where
sure we
else
did.
would we do it?
yeah.
So now we're back here in a separate building
Full
doing
circle.
a podcast, but
About
we're only
ready-
here for a
about-
limited time. So.
About ready to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like today we're probably going to leave, and then in the future we're probably going to leave again. And
We're here for a good time, not a long
Not
time.
a long day.
the great George Strait.
Bingo. Bingo.
So yeah, I mean, the hobby was on an uptick then. Obviously, when we hit 2020 with COVID and things shut down, nobody thought the industry would ignite even more, and it did. And then we kind of hit a little bit of a downturn. But now, it's crazy to see these high-value cards. There was a Shohei Ohtani Dynasty logo, man. I don't know if you've seen this. Out of 2024 Dynasty, Shohei Ohtani sold for $130,000. Wow. I mean, that's insanity.
On Golden?
On
I believe.
Golden, yeah.
And then we were talking about the Caitlin Clark, obviously the flawless logo, sold for $660.
Yep.
The Immaculate also sold over, I believe, the weekend.
Oh, yeah. We got a final sale.
We got a final sell. It was in the threes, so 317.
So about half of it.
317, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, here you go. Here's I just found the Ohtani right here. 24, 1 of 1. And of course, that's his first Dodger card with that logo, man. In case, $179,340. Good gracious.
So the Caitlin Clark, that's 2 cards in that limited set that reached almost $1 million combined.
Nuts.
2
And
cards.
we were talking about it off air. I don't know if we should go down this road, but Brian Gray had a podcast.
Oh,
Shout
no,
out to
no.
Brian Gray.
That's okay.
I got it.
Maybe after a few more glasses of champagne, maybe we
got it. I
bring
mean-
that subject up.
I think it
you
goes.
don't know,
I think
yeah,
it goes without saying. I'm not going to bring it up, but it goes without saying that has to be something that you think about, right? If you're investing.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking that it's such a monumental female athlete that the hobby has never really thought of that beforehand. And I don't have Caitlin Clark cards, so I appreciate Caitlin Clark and what she's done for the hobby. I don't personally collect her. I don't flip as much. Oh, look, we're getting the phantom hands again. Somebody's going to get upset. But
Phantom Hands.
Yeah, again, that's my new band name, actually.
That's a great. Actually, it's a great
band name. The Phantom Hand.
The Phantom Hands.
It's a good name.
we're talking about the video that when I move my hand, it's
Oh,
in dance.
Yeah. So we get everybody a nice close-up shot.
Did you know that we have 3 cameras there?
We have 3 cameras.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's
nice.
crazy. I
went
actually
from 1
I thought
to 2.
I
Big
thought
deal.
I thought somehow it was just worked that
Technically
way. I
4,
thought
because I got mine right here. So.
4.
Yeah.
But I
just-
guess the
my
question
face cam.
is to put it in layman's. People are like, just stop beating around the bush. That if Caitlin Clark doesn't play for 8 to 9 months,
What does that do with the car value?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Look up Brian Gray's post, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And then you can see all the replies. So,
interesting.
yeah. Anyway.
I think that moment is way bigger than cards. So
Correct.
but I mean, you paid $660,000 for a logo woman auto on a flawless card. You might be like watching that.
But
a little
what
bit
is
more.
the difference between a player like Ohtani going out with Tommy John surgery for
Right.
18 months, a year and a half?
This was the argument I was making, is that it shouldn't be viewed the same as like Tommy John ACL, where it's like, are they ever going to be the same? It's like, they're probably going to be fine. They'll come back and they have the best staff, the best trainers.
It's actually something that nobody in this room could actually speak on.
No, we cannot.
Because we don't know.
No.
I've been in the room twice for that.
That's
and,
right.
I've never had a more helpless feeling in my life that I'm worth nothing.
A
So.
very helpless feeling. Very helpless feeling.
Yeah. I mean, actually, we can all probably agree on that one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we have some more moments, right?
Actually, I'll be honest, I haven't recovered.
Yeah.
I haven't recovered.
You never quite.
you never do.
I don't think I'll ever quite be the same.
No.
Before we get to our next moment.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yeah, it is. It is. Before we get any further, do want to let people know that we are celebrating episode 400 with a special free box break of Noir Basketball. Link for it is in the episode description. So if you're watching this or you're listening to this, click the link in the episode description. And that's how you sign up. That's a thank you for everybody who has listened to us, supported the podcast for years and years. And the Phantom Hand coming soon. EP coming soon. If you guys want to get in on it, Noir Basketball 2425 free box break. Link is in the bio. Or link is in the episode description. So go ahead and click that and sign up. And we're going to do that, I think.
Noir, was that like a $2,500 box now? That's crazy.
We are going to break that 2 weeks from when this episode comes out, which I believe is Tuesday the 26th, is when that will happen.
Perfect. And then I'll throw in some more prizes for you guys, too, because I appreciate you guys, and we all do, as far as like coming up to us at the National or Fanatics Fest, or even dropping us a line on socials that you listen to the show and here's some ideas, or just I love the show. There's a lot more. I just love the show, and we appreciate that. That's why we're doing this, and that's why we have fun doing this every week. So we appreciate.
I was
you guys
intrigued by the
know.
Phantom Hand. I had to figure it out.
Yeah,
I did.
It doesn't work on your side.
No, it does.
it's
Look,
more.
I just did it. Look. There's my hand. It's a floating hand.
Can you tell there was champagne consumed on this episode?
Or vinegar.
Or vinegar, whatever this is. Yeah. Could just be like absinthe or something. I don't know.
be.
For all we know, we're just eating, drinking it.
We're just all going to wake up here tomorrow.
Drink it away.
Be like, what happened?
No, we're going to be here for the next podcast.
75 missed calls.
Yeah, we're like, wow, it's already episode 500? What happened?
All right, so we also have another video about like top
Yes.
prospects, right?
Yep, this is something we always like to touch on, but this is from 2021. Look, if there's one thing on this show, we like to make bold predictions about young players. We're in the hobby. This is what we do. These are the guys we collect. There's some notable names for the years, but this one was just kind of chock full of a lot of guys who there was some interesting predictions here and interesting predictions for all the wrong reasons as well. And if you're watching this video, we don't make mention of a face you see there, but you can see there's a guy the reason the whole conversation is spurred is one Mr. Franco from the Tampa Bay Rays that didn't work out. So here you go. Here are our prospect predictions from 2021.
Any of those names, Cody, strike you as the next guy to collect?
I feel like Torkelson is the obvious choice here, and I think it's also because the Tigers are going to have a lot of momentum, I think, in the next few years with
What are you wearing?
Torkelson, Casey Mize is already.
I have
having
a
big
mask
leads,
on.
Riley Green
Oh.
as well. I think it's an organization on the right path, and we've seen that when they're ready to win, they were never afraid to spend money.
Yep. And I noticed that we've got C.J. Abrams on the list at number 8,
Yeah.
and he plays shortstop,
Yep.
and he's on the Padres.
And I think, and he's probably my pick. Him and Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
Abrams,
call.
I think.
I know ball, bro. I know ball.
But you're right.
Where does he play?
I don't know if he makes his debut on the Padres,
Right.
but
Wow.
he might be the piece for a mid-season deal.
You're
I
just
like
like,
Abrams. I like Bobby Witt.
Royals are another one of those teams. At least his card is already there. I like Bobby Witt too. And if you had to push all your chips in the theme of Vegas, and maybe it's on somebody that's not in here, but on this picture. But who are you picking?
Still gonna go with a guy that I think is gonna be maybe the best quarterback in the draft, and that's Mac Jones.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know football, obviously.
Jeez.
I know. How about that?
We were laughing then.
Wow.
I was
Yeah, and
like,
we're gonna.
Trevor. What?
Nope.
I'm almost wondering.
He
who I
did
wanna
make
keep
a
an
Pro
eye
Bowl.
on is Zach Wilson. I mean, if the Jets perform, that is a market. And then you have Gary V, who loves, Gary V
loves
will
the
be
Jets.
talking about him, and
Yeah.
Gary V, whatever he says, the hobby listens. So
You know what's funny to me that I've noticed with this upcoming football season is that Zach Wilson actually gets the most hate out of all the quarterback prospects. Like, people hate him the most, or not necessarily hate him, they believe in him the least.
yeah, he's getting overlooked.
I wonder why.
Well, we were talking 2021
Of
quarterbacks.
course. He was number 2 drafted. We forget. Zach Wilson was the second draft.
He was.
I love that chair that I was on. It makes me look like I'm like 6'11". We still have, I think that's the Rogan chair.
It is.
Yeah.
And I look smaller than you. Like,
I look like
that's why when people see you in person, they're like, I thought you were a lot
look
taller.
like I am literally like I'm a foot taller than both you and C-Red.
So to review there.
You had Torkelson pick, though. It's kind of...
I'm more happy with that Tigers pick. I said overall, I think the Tigers are heading in the right direction. Casey Mize, Riley Green. Like, all right, I was onto something there. Wasn't like the most out there prediction, I will say, but I was right on it. Dan was on it with the C.J. Abrams. Even he's not going to be a Padre. He's going to be out of there.
Get traded. He was going to be a
Yep. And also this Bobby Witt guy looks pretty good.
because he was in the Soto trade.
He was in the Soto deal.
And that was a midseason trade, wasn't
That was
it?
It was
I
an
don't.
off-season deal. But
I don't
okay,
even. I
so-
don't even know
but still.
how. Sometimes
Worked out.
sometimes I surprise myself.
Yeah.
And
And then
then
the Mac-
and then I come back with the Mac Jones.
Okay, I'll defend this with the Mac Jones thing. You were right for the first season because that was before he ever took a snap.
But that was the same. What year was that? Was
2021.
But who else was in that? Was that
Wilson,
Trevor?
Lance, Jones, Lawrence, Fields.
Yeah, a quarterback class that
That was big at that time.
was big that time, and
But
now
you could
I don't.
actually make an argument. Like Lawrence, probably the best out of the bunch,
He is
right?
still the best, which is not saying much.
And
But
Fields
Mac-
is starting on the Jets now.
Okay.
Fields is number 2. I
Okay,
think.
but you also take the fact that Mac Jones did make a Pro Bowl his rookie year.
he did. He was easily
Kinda
the
by
best. of
default.
them.
So can you say if you were to rank those guys like right now, it would be Lawrence, Jones,
No.
Fields?
Fields.
I still go
But
Fields.
how do you what has Fields done?
Fields at least
He
has
doesn't have
been,
a Pro Bowl.
He's in
No,
demand, though. At least
he
he's
doesn't.
playing as a starter.
doesn't have a Pro Bowl.
I guess you're right, but
The Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything.
It means but Mac Jones has
Who was the
And he made
backup
the
to the
playoffs,
Raiders?
but,
Was it
I
Tyler
don't know.
Huntley made
Yeah,
the
Tyler
play?
Huntley made a Pro Bowl.
He'd be a Pro Bowl.
But
And then
Mac
Lamar Jackson was hurt.
Jones has thrown for more NFL yards than Justin Fields.
You're right.
That's fine. I mean, I do love him now.
I mean, he is very close to being the present and future of the 49ers.
Jesus, if that happens, we're in trouble if that's happening.
I mean, what is he
No
at? Number
offense.
10?
He's wearing number 10. I believe.
It's a great number for the Niners. It's worked out many of times.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, they
Curse
did-
of the 10.
there was a Super Bowl involved.
Jimmy Garoppolo
Okay.
was a good
All
Niner.
of a sudden, we're Jimmy Garoppolo fans.
Well, I mean, have you seen him?
Hey, look, he's a handsome fella.
Don't want to see him
It's
anymore.
about as much as I can say about the man.
I mean, he's
About as much as I can say.
he's found a home. He's found a
I
home.
can't wait to have him start after they rule out Stafford because of a back injury, and it's not just a training camp injury; it becomes a season-long injury, and you get
Right.
Jimmy G all year long.
Stafford.
Can't wait.
Well, we might have Steady B.
I probably would rather start him, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's figured it out.
But you know what? You think about podcasts and not wanting to. You come up with a hot take, so it's like going Trevor Lawrence at the time is the obvious answer.
Yes.
So you don't kind of sway from what everybody else is doing and what teams are seeing. Clearly the right answer, but then you have 4 abominations of quarterbacks right there. I mean, you have
Well,
Lance.
I think Trey-
who's been on 3 teams.
But
You have
Trey Lance,
Jones
you can
has been on
say-
3 teams.
Trey Lance, I don't think the book has been written on Trey Lance yet.
I think the book's pretty
think
much
it's been written.
I think we might be in the epilogue.
But he,
I think we're done. I think it's
I
a
mean,
wrap.
you gotta love to see.
They're doing the back cover write up right now.
You gotta love to see him get an opportunity with your Los Angeles San Diego Chargers.
But like I said, they're already writing up about the author. This book's over. This book is done.
I mean, okay, and Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah, we've moved on.
Yeah.
You gotta figure right now if you were to take Zach
We are
Wilson,
done.
Trey Lance,
Where's Zach Wilson
in
right
their
now?
career, like exactly.
Where is he?
At least we know
He's
where.
a backup somewhere, right?
Is
I
it?
have to look it up.
Is it Denver?
You're right. I know. You're right. We do at least know where Trey Lance is.
Like if you had to bet,
Dolphins.
Oh, perfect.
Jeez.
So if you had a bet on a player between those two, who are you betting on? Trey Lance or Zach Wilson?
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You're not wrong because I think we have seen more of what Zach Wilson is. I don't need to see any more. I know who he is.
I think
you're not wrong.
I don't know. He just led.
Hasn't Lance only played in 4 games?
Yeah, he hasn't played much.
Well, I mean, Zachary Capona Wilson. I mean, he's one concussion away from getting the job. I don't think Lance is the backup on the Chargers. I think there's somebody else probably.
I don't know what the backup situation is.
They don't have Easton Stick
for the Bolts. Yeah, I don't.
Actually, you know what? It's I think it's Heineke.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
the guy's a seasoned vet. You know.
Yeah.
I would rather see Trey Lance out there than.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the Chargers fancy themselves a playoff team. They didn't make the playoffs last year, and I think they would
a tough
rather.
division.
It's a tough division.
It's the oldest.
I mean,
coaching division,
I think the Raiders are probably going to be a little bit better.
They will be better.
The Broncos are good.
Broncos are good.
The Chiefs.
Chiefs are
good.
Yeah.
And
the Chargers were a playoff team last year. And they have Jim Harbaugh as their coach, and they have Justin Herbert.
they were actually playing at SoFi. Who has it better than us? Nobody.
Well,
that is their chance.
That's a little sad.
You know how the Rams have the
that
whose
makes
house?
me a little depressed.
The Chargers have it's Harbaugh in the PA system saying who has it better than us, and everybody says nobody.
You mean who's got it better?
Who's got it better than us?
Yeah.
Nobody.
It would be kind of funny though if there were Rams fans and be like, the Rams do. No one's here.
That's already been that's like circa 2000 and
I know. But he was still doing
13.
He was still doing it at Michigan. It's Harbaugh's thing.
It is Harbaugh's thing, but the Chargers don't have their own thing.
No.
Like what do the
Well, they used to when they were in San Diego. They were the San Diego Superchargers.
I'm not gonna hate on our roommates, but what do the Chargers bring to the NFL?
Nothing right now.
Justin Herbert.
Like I said,
I know
they're in San Diego. They have their own personality. Again, the San Diego Superchargers, actually a very, in terms of football anthems, up there as one of the better ones, I think. I don't even think that's a controversial statement.
Are you talking about the rapping that everybody did in the 80s?
Yeah, exactly. They had the Superchargers. The Rams had a good one, but obviously
I'm not going to say the Rams
Super
had a
Bowl
good.
Shuffle
the Rams,
is the top.
The Rams had one.
They had one.
They had one of the funniest ones.
That's what I mean.
But it wasn't intentionally meant to be funny.
No, it was serious.
But it was a good one.
They're trying to go gold.
By the way, the fact that both Zach Wilson, because I was going to mention how we were at the time we felt like, man, we're so spoiled. 21 QBs are going to be amazing after 2020. The draft class was the greatest ever, which that 20 draft class has aged incredibly well, whereas 21 is not. You have both Zach Wilson and Trey Lance backing up 2020 QBs.
Great.
And Tua,
but then you had
Justin Herbert.
Then you had 22.
22.
Which
was
was
Purdy.
Brock Purdy
and Pickett and Malik Willis.
Right, which is bad.
That's actually worse. But they have
incredibly
one
bad.
better.
I didn't bring it up because I was trying to convince everybody it was
is
better.
It worse at this point?
Well, Brock Purdy, I guess.
Does Purdy alone make that class better than 21?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Probably.
At this
But
point.
Purdy wasn't in every product.
No. For hobby wise, no, it was.
But
worse.
you know what and I'm not going to say this as a homer. I'm going to say this as a hobbyist. You know what Purdy did to the hobby is the next year people were like, 7th round quarterback's got a chance.
Yep.
You know, so I'm going to invest in your Sam Hartmans or your
who's the guy from the Bears? Taylor Bate.
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent.
You were big on Tyson Bagent.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid.
And then he started a game.
Yeah, I'd Ben DiNucci.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Many a podcast talking about.
So
Ben
it went
DiNucci,
against the narrative.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah,
Tommy DeVito.
It went against the narrative of you have to be a first rounder to succeed, which is mostly true in about 70% of the teams. You got a guy that was the last pick overall that went to the Super Bowl, that went to the NFC Championship the year before. That doesn't happen normally.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're right. And I think we're seeing that kind of effect too with this year as well, with Joe Milton is still a hot name.
Yeah.
In a lot of stuff. It kind of was a head scratcher to me.
Didn't look great yesterday.
He
but-
didn't.
No.
Well, it wasn't. You
Saturday.
saw it yesterday on
Saturday,
playback,
sorry.
but
Right.
Saturday, yeah, he does have that crazy talent and ability.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think Trey Lance has a lot of those same attributes as well. That doesn't always translate. There's a lot of quarterbacks that have been in the league that just got it, but just have never been able to put it together.
Right.
Marcus Mariota, and he was a top pick.
He was another guy who made the playoffs, and there was a moment. where it looked like he was the guy. So, speaking of guys who look like they might be the guy, we played that clip of all the prospects that we thought were going to be big. So, let's just look way into the future. In 400 more episodes, I don't know how many years that is. I guess we're looking at maybe about 8 years, basically. Who are the next 5? Give me, if you got 5 or a few off the top of your head, that the athletes that will dominate the hobby over the next 400 episodes.
I mean, the low-hanging fruit for me, I'm looking at it, and you have him on the slide, is Jaden Daniels. I think going to the NFC Championship game. I mean, it seems like after Washington got out of that mess of an ownership, they're a whole new team. I think they're going to be good for a while. I think they're going to be atop of that NFC East, and I think Jaden Daniels is going to benefit from that.
Did we talk about it last week with Jaden, where I was like, I feel like it could swing. It could be the CJ Stroud thing all over again. I
feel like from the eye test, and I'm not a scout.
I think we're talking
been
about
watching football for a long time. It just seems like the decision making is already there in the first year. So imagine 3-4 years down the line. I think this he's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Could we not be talking about Patrick Mahomes in 8 years?
That's the thing.
Because I'm like, that would be at the end. His career will either be just over or near the end. And what if he has 12 Super Bowls?
Yeah. It's not crazy to think.
I think we'll be talking about Patrick Mahomes in 8 years.
It kind of in the same thing, because I was like, is this a boring answer? But like Shohei Ohtani also kind of feels like the same thing, right? Where it's like, even if he's just doing what he's doing right now on the pitcher's mound, which is going 4 to 5 innings, striking out 8 guys in those innings, like if that's all he's giving you as a pitcher, that's fine. And he does exactly what he's doing offensively over the next even just 3 or 4 years. And then the back half of it, he's just maybe your normal regression.
I mean, you got to figure with Mahomes, he's rookie in 17. That's not even been in the league for a decade yet. So he definitely is going to be in the league in 8 years. Could he have 4 more Super Bowls? Could he have 5 more Super Bowls?
I hope not.
He's definitely going to. I would be. He's definitely going to go to more.
Yeah.
I would be blown away if last year was the last Super Bowl he's ever going to go to in his career. I would be, if I was to bet, I'd be like, he's got at least 5 or 6 Super Bowls probably left in him.
Yeah.
You know, what sport I find tricky is basketball, because I feel like we've gotten out of the Curry. I mean, Curry still may play in 8 years. I don't know. But, we've gotten out of the LeBron will certainly be retired by then.
I think Curry will be retired as well.
Curry probably will be
years.
too.
Yeah,
you've got an aging Dame Lillard. You got an aging Giannis. I mean, you have this circa 2010s. I feel like there were so many stars, and I think it was huge for this hobby. So many rookie cards, and I feel like we've had 3 to 4 years of who's going to be the guy. You could say Wemby's going to be the guy. Big men don't really sell, and they historically haven't.
I think Ant-Man.
He's the closest thing I think
that's probably the only thing
we have is Anthony Edwards right now. But I am going to go out on a limb, and on a very long limb. Victor Wembanyama, in 8 years, will have cards that are Luka LeBron level.
Wow.
I think.
And Luka's the other answer to that question.
I honestly think that he's going to be Zion 2.0.
Luka?
No, Wemby.
Oh, Wemby. The thing is,
I actually, if I had to bet, I'd probably go with Doug on that one. Because
I just think, though,
we don't have a great track record right now with health early in his, and he is very young.
It was one injury. He played, and granted, he played his whole rookie year, then played in the Olympics, and then tried to play half the season, looked great, was getting better, and then kind of it
was a freak injury.
Out of nowhere freak injury.
I'm not even worried about the injuries. I'm worried about the hobby still loving him 5 years from now.
Sure.
What is he going to do? Is he going to just block 15 shots a game?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What if Luka, who I don't know if you've seen those pictures of Luka lately. Revenge tour coming.
He looks a lot less like James Corden.
He's on the cover of Men's Health.
Wow.
The man looks good.
Wow.
So he's on a revenge tour. I could see Luka basically going to the next level, and everybody's just like, Luka's the guy. He already was the guy. He's now even more the guy. We're back to 2020, 2021 levels of Luka love in this hobby. It wouldn't shock me.
But what if he's spending all that time in the gym, and before he was spending all that time putting up shots.
The man can't
and
win.
Now he's not putting up shots. So, so he's gonna look good and be in good shape, but he's just gonna be bricking. No, he can't. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
Neither am I.
I'm not a fan.
You're like, you should be drinking so much beer. Put that beer away, Luka. Now he looks great. It's
But
like,
it obviously,
should be on the court taking shots. Why are you lifting those weights?
it's worked. It's worked though. Look at the career he's had.
now it's worked.
Let him eat pizza and
pizza
drink
boy,
beer. Skinny Luka might not be a good basketball player. Luka, we don't. know.
Are we going to be talking about Cooper Flagg in 8
There's
years?
also Cooper Flagg. Yeah, there's also Cooper Flagg out there. Yeah, there's a lot of names. We haven't even talked about any of the baseball names, which I think is way up in the air. Of guys like Roman Anthony, guys like Leo DeVries. Like, there's those names as well. Again, baseball's so unpredictable. There's probably a guy we're not even thinking about right now.
Are we going to be talking about Paul Skeens in 8 years?
Ooh.
What about Ethan Holiday?
Yeah, there's Ethan. The problem is he's a Rocky. That's the best and worst thing.
No,
Because it's great because a Holiday is a Rocky. That's a cool story. That's fun.
He might be able to hit 700
right.
home runs.
The offensive numbers should be great, especially what if Charlie Condon and him are on the same team? That literally is Helton Walker 2.0. That's cool, but again, he plays in Colorado. It's the other thing too. They're just a franchise. There's something about that franchise. So, yeah,
You might be able to get Chris Bryant back at some point.
in 8 years. There you go. There's a good question. How many games will Chris Bryant play over the next 8 years?
Chris Bryant comes back into the lineup for the Colorado
Yeah.
Rockies.
Does he play more than 8 games in 8 years?
That's a question.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go so far to say I think Wemby is the number one. Caitlin Clark's there too. I think Caitlin Clark is kind of in that she's reached sort of a historical level now with these huge sales that I think kind of no matter what happens, she is. We mentioned guys like, well, you had to be there in the moment to understand the hype for the Zions and all these things. Like, that's the same thing here. I think that's happening right now with Caitlin Clark cards. It's like, this is the moment. This is her moment in this hobby of like, she's taking it over. And no matter what happens, I don't think it dips down below a certain point.
How
so
many
much has been
championships
invested.
do we need in the next 8 years?
I don't know. And that's another thing is that we've never really seen from the WNBA market, like, how much does that matter? Does it matter as much as it does for, I mean, I would imagine if it's basketball collectors, then yeah, it should matter some, the rings. But I don't know. I'd be kind of curious to find that out. How much do rings matter?
What is out of the categories that we have? Entertainment, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever. Where do you see the most growth in the next year or next 8 years? So let's fast forward to 8 years and go, what category as it stands right now, what sees the most growth in 8 years? Is it WNBA? Is it, because right now I think baseball is still king.
Yeah. I think
football and basketball, I think
those are just,
depending on the rookie classes, I think they kind of run neck and neck.
I think those are also both just due for a bit of an uptick because when they both switch to tops and they're all officially licensed on tops, I think you're going to see a big swing up regardless of rookie class. Because it'll be just like, great, we can use everything now. Here's the very first version of this. Here's the very first. I mean,
Yeah, but I think we're gonna-
It'll be interesting this fall with the NBA.
We're going to see some pivotal brands go away, though, like
That's
Prism,
true.
National Treasures. We're not going to have kabooms. So we'll see how that affects
But they're
the
going to
hobby.
be able to make licensed Chrome.
Right. Licensed Chrome.
I mean, and a lot of the products that have done really well in baseball, I could see them transitioning into other categories like football and basketball.
I think royalty is something they are definitely.
We've
betting
already
on
seen it. We've already seen it kind of transition over.
Right.
We've seen tennis, which is like, I think a category that we don't talk about enough, and I don't know where we can actually put tennis. Tennis, I don't know if it can be its own category, but like if you look at royalty, that product did tremendously well.
Yeah.
On the heels of two products that I don't think really performed up to expectation. There was Chrome that I think did pretty good, but there was Graphite that came out and just kind of got forgotten about.
Yeah.
I think the entertainment is going to be the biggest category. I think the entertainment category is we're at the beginning and it's absolutely untapped.
I agree.
I would say if Upper Deck could get out of their own way and make some changes, I think we're in a really good time for hockey. I think we've got Bedard, we've got, McDavid's getting a little bit older. Like he can be more compared to like a Trout, but or maybe even Ohtani. But you've got, Will Smith, you've got Macklin, you've got a lot of young stars that if Upper Deck just kind of loosened restrictions up and let, more people get it out in the wild and really saw some sales of these cards, I think we could see the most growth in that category. Like I was actually just talking to somebody about it today because we have a customer of ours that has the the Bedard Shield auto from Cup. Like the Shield auto, right?
Whoa.
Yep.
And
I saw it in person.
We saw it in person.
Whoa.
And he was saying, he's like, well, the Caitlin Clark logo woman sold for $660,000. This should be more than that. And, I'm like thinking today, I'm like talking to somebody about it, and he's like, it's probably like a $100,000 card, really.
It's not that.
It's not. It's just not.
660,000.
It's just hockey isn't in demand, and I think Upper Deck has put so many restrictions in trying to keep things in the card store and the way things sell, and they haven't really been public about a lot of things. That I think we're at a really good time with hockey. That if it was done right, you could see some bigger sales of this talent. You got Wayne Gretzky, who's the GOAT. You've got Sidney Crosby at the tail end of his career. Ovechkin, who's going to break the record. So you've got a lot of stuff going on for hockey right now, and
you've got young stars in Bedard in Chicago. I know we are partial to Macklin around here, but guy who really proved himself. The number one pick just got selected to go to New York, so like another big star in a huge market. Yeah, there's a lot to like.
Well, Sharks got Macklin,
Will Smith,
the
cover boys of SB Authentic this week,
and Michael Misa.
Yes.
So that was this year's draft pick?
That was this year. And then last year they picked, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there was a defenseman.
With the Sharks. Watch out.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're going to, don't jump to the playoffs right away.
I
but
want nothing more than Sharks hockey to be exciting again.
We might win 30 games.
Hell yeah.
So relax.
Hell yeah.
And I think, analyzing hockey as a sport, they're always kind of, known as the fourth sport. So they always try to do creative things, whether it be, outdoor series or, different events or changing the All-Star game for like that tournament, which was fantastic. So I think being the fourth sport, they are trying their hardest to become the third, the second, the first sport. And if that continues, you may get more people watching hockey. I mean, I know in the Inside Out movie, there's a girl playing hockey. Yeah. I've heard girls playing hockey because of that. So
that's great.
You have those stories too, and I know that's a really like long shot, like that hockey's going to take over. But I feel like there's just it's at a really good point with young talent right now.
It's still one of the best sporting events that you can go to in person.
Yeah.
Oh,
is a hockey game
easily. Hey, the thing is, it will happen again. We saw it with Bedard a few years ago. There was massive hype and massive amount, like people interested in hockey that were never interested in hockey cards. It will happen again. There will be another guy. It happened with McDavid. It's happened with Bedard. It will happen again. And then suddenly you're going to have that guy with these guys we've already mentioned that are all potentially flourishing in the league. And yeah, then you've got something. To kind of go off of what Dan was saying, I agree. I was going to mention entertainment too, because I think it's the type of entertainment cards we're getting now are things we never really got before. Just when I think of entertainment cards, we had some like boxes years ago that we bought that are all like movie tie-in ones that are just purely junk wax. They're fun, but they are so overprinted.
Speaking of, then you have like a Muppets hockey.
I have a Muppets hockey.
I have some packs of those.
We had the Batman. The only one that was like of value was the Beavis and Butthead, but it was like scratch and sniff.
It was
it was an oddity.
Some Goonies.
Yeah, we had like a Casper from the movie tie-in.
There might have been Alf.
All complete junk. Fun, but junk. Now, though, look at something like Disney Genesis that was just on fire because of the scarcity. You have this sort of higher end, just again, I say higher end, but compared to these, just even going that much higher end, that much more scarcity, you add in people who love to collect this
I think you can couple that with the rise of Pokemon is helping those categories
too.
because people get into Pokemon, they're buying the new, black and white solar flare, they're buying prismatic, and then they're like, okay, well, these cards, they're not numbered, but there is some $400 or $500 cards, and then it's like, well, I like Spider-Man. I can get a 101 Super Fractor of Spider-Man that sells for this amount. Like, I'm probably not going to get it, but like at least there's a chance. Whether it's like Pokemon, they don't really do any numbered cards, right? So I think you see some transitioning. I mean, I also want to mention the hardest working guy in the hobby, Gary V. Too. Gary V Friends is really becoming popular too. So who knows, 8 years down the line, if that becomes on Series 10 or whatever he's at.
Maybe that's in our next 400 episodes. Who knows?
I got a story about V Friends. But I'm going to actually finish what I'm saying here. I'm bullish on the Green Day product, the Green Day.
I was going to say,
Kids.
we finally got to see what it looks
it's
like.
happening. There's going to be autographs in there. There's whole band autographs. There's like live action, like variations. We all ripped the Rolling Stones product, and I think we all had a good time ripping the Rolling Stones Prism. I think there's unlimited amount of potential that's untapped right now in not only the entertainment but also the music products.
Yep.
Getting back to Gary V, I actually my flight was delayed, then canceled. And
For the
National. And I was coming back and I'm sitting at the counter and we're trying to figure out what our flights are. The guy that I was sitting there talking to, and we ended up back at the same hotel because that's where Southwest put us, and we actually took a cab ride, and he into Gary V. That's what he does. He's in the Gary V community. That's all he does is collect Gary V cards from V Friends, and he runs a V Friends podcast.
Wow.
And I want to say this.
I wish I knew the name of it. I'd type it up. There may be a million Gary V or V Friends podcasts out there, but there may not.
I think it's still a fertile ground right now.
Check it out. You might be able to download it.
And I'll say this in the nicest way, and this is a compliment. Like, you look at bands like Kiss, you look at bands like ICP, the Juggalos. You've got a similar kind of characteristic, and people that collect V Friends. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm buying the shirts. I've landed on Decisive Duck. That's my guy. I'm buying the shirt. I bought a shirt. I'm buying the hat. I bought the sweatshirt. So I think what Gary V's done, is make people that are diehards, right? They want not only the cards, they want the book, they want the shirt, they want the hat. And then he's also made all of these things limited. Like I say, it's one of the hardest working guys in the hobby, and the vision that he has, some people don't like that. Some people think it's all just for sales, and maybe it is. But the message that he spreads, I actually had a guy, after we did a break with Gary V for the Steph Curry product, came up to me, and he's a coach of many teams. Like, he does softball, he does baseball. He's working with a lot of 7, 8, 9-year-old kids. He's actually giving them goals to get V Friends cards. So for the girls, he's like, if they do something, he's giving them a Fearless Fairy card. And he said the kids are super stoked because they can actually relate more to a character at that age than here's a Ronald Acuna card. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Maybe a girl that's in softball is like, well, I don't really watch baseball. But you give her a Fearless Fairy, and it's like, hey, you are Fearless Fairy. That's what you did today, right? So the messaging is very positive. I thought that was such a great idea. I was like, man, I need to get into that even more. And I think you got that beyond the sales and the hype of the cards. You have the message he's sending, which is overall positive.
Special brand. All I've been going through my head since you mentioned ICP and V Friends in the same sentence is, can we get a Fago and V Friends? Each one, empathetic elephant is like your purple Fago, and so on and so forth.
There
might be able to cross over.
There's a handful of art. ICP is, like them or not, if there was an ICP card set that came out,
it'd be awesome.
It would do well.
Yeah.
I mean, their fans will buy whatever that has ICP's name on it. You could Kiss, I would say yes, but we'd have to go 20, 30 years back.
Maybe Metallica would be another one.
Metallica would be another one.
Yeah.
I think Slipknot. I think they have a huge, they have a wide fan base. And I think Green Day is one of them too. And I'm a little partial because Green Day is a local band to us. And a lot of the subsets I was reading are East Bay landmarks that tie into Green. They have what's the punk rock venue that they started at?
Oh gosh, I can tell you.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me. I can't. But yeah,
Somewhere in Berkeley.
Somewhere in Berkeley.
Gillum.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, they have like different venues. They have there's just so much really cool stuff that ties into the Bay Area. I think that product is going to do really well in our shop because of the Bay Area ties. And I think there's other, like Metallica, another one I think would do really well.
Yep.
I mean, maybe even like pop, like Lady Gaga would probably do really well with a set.
And this is a start to see how it goes. And I think we're hopeful, because for me, we talked about we've been doing podcasts since 2011. We've been doing breaks since 2010. Like, baseball's kind of, there's new additions every year. But when you get something like this, it's kind of exciting. It's maybe sometimes it's a one-off, but it's like it's new, exciting. It's maybe my favorite band. I want to chase this. I think it's cool, and I think there's so many opportunities with entertainment. But we should probably get into some cameos.
Yeah, it wouldn't be it would not be a milestone episode if we didn't do at least a few cameos. So let's throw them on. I think I'm going to start with yours, Doug.
Okay, so for mine, I want to give you guys some backlog. There's 3.
Okay.
But I have about 30 seconds in between to dissect them, so you can just keep it playing.
All right.
2 that you're not going to probably know, and 1 that you will know. I worked my way up on budget, so you'll see. All
right.
But go ahead. You can go ahead.
2 people that we will not know.
9.
Oh, okay.
8.
We got to count.
7.
Like it.
6. 5.
Okay.
4.
Here it comes.
3. 2. 1.
What's going on, you fucking meat sticks? This is a cameo for Dan and Cody from Doug. Yours truly, Rick the Thick Rowley. Fellas, happy 400th episode of the Sports Card podcast called The Hype. Let's fucking go, boys. Cheers to another 400 more, but I just got one more question. When is fucking Uncle Ricky coming on the podcast? Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Woo!
All right.
Okay, time out.
Uncle Ricky.
Was that Steve Zahn?
No, it was
I like him.
Rick Rowley. He's a comedian. He's very involved in hockey.
All right. There's
comedy
an amazing looking Dark Charizard card while we're at it, too.
that we pulled.
That's
on
incredible.
Yep, Mojobreak. But I think
is that tied into-
Tim's pulled out. No, that's our little dramatic pause. I thought about this.
Okay, nice.
So, but yeah, Rick Rowley.
Oh, okay.
Here comes the next one.
We got to get another one.
Okay, Rick Rowley, huh?
What's going on, guys? Noah Kanega here.
Oh, God. Oh,
I
God.
just wanted to say happy 400th episode of Mojobreak, the
What's he doing
Hype
on Cameo?
Sports Card Podcast. Shout out to y'all boys.
Thank you. I won't say your name, but thank you.
Wow.
Well, I just figured we're going to be breaking cards eventually with him, and
Noah.
we got to make sure that we have a class
Noah.
with the breakers.
Sure.
Noah K.
Noah K.
Noah K.
That's
Wow, on Cameo, huh?
my goodness.
You guys
Wow.
making money, dude.
Yeah, that's got to be maybe the least. That's a very beautiful Carlton Fisk
How
superfracture, by the way.
How much for Noah K?
5.
All right.
4. 3.
Noah K, like 40
Gotta
bucks?
be 40 bucks, yeah.
40 bucks?
Well, hey there.
Oh, man.
I guess this is for the Hype, and it's Harlan Williams here.
Yeah.
And I guess it's what's going on? Your 400th episode. Wow. Maybe a bit too much. That's a big number. Maybe you should have thought about tapering off at about 67, 68. That's a nice tiny number. 400, maybe a bit too much, but you made it. You're here. Way to go. Dan, I know you're there working your heart out, guy. A Rams fan, unfortunately. Run 20 miles a week, maybe run an extra 100, 120, and get away, see if you can outrun that Rams feeling. Gluten-free, sure, if you want to, live in a gluten-free world. I mean, there's gluten all around us. It's in your car seats, it's in your air conditioner, it's in your wife's lips, it's in your underwear. So, yeah, try the gluten-free thing, but whatevs. Cody, on the other side of the spectrum, we got the Chargers guy, Cody. And, the only thing you should be charging is less phone sex charges to your credit card. And I know we're not supposed to talk about that, but let's make it a conversation.
Sure.
What's going on, guys? Somebody look at Cody's credit card receipt. Something's up. Mario, card champion, the big Disney fan. The Giants Stadium announcer. Here's an announcement. It's your 400th. It's your 400th episode of The Hype. Originally, when I read it, I thought it said The Herp. And I'm like, okay, who's celebrating 400 episodes of herpes? But it's The Hype. Let's make it clear. And, okay, I've never seen it. But you know what? Here's to 400 more. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you talk about. I'm busy. I work at Arby's. I do an 8-hour shift. I come home. I have a beauty nap. I do my skincare. I tend to my cactus garden, and then I go back for the night shift. I do the drive-through window at Arby's. So I'm glad you guys have a nice life over there at the Herp, the Hype. While us working stiffs are slinging roast beef, horsey sauce, and melted cheese. Keep up the good work. You corn on the cob, toenail clipping, jellyfish sniffing, Claire Danes gobbling, potato salad sniffing freaks. And Doug made me say all of this, by the way, so blame him. Congratulations.
That was fantastic.
Oh, you can't beat Harlan Williams.
The Rocket Man himself.
He didn't even plan that. That was just off the dome.
So
No,
good.
of course.
Because he was like, he read Mario Kart. Like, he was reading it.
Yes, he was
He
reading.
did not prepare whatsoever.
Of course. I would want nothing less. I got to say, Harlan Williams back in my life, and not just because of this. A few months ago, my son starts watching the show. He's really into the show on Disney Channel, Puppy Dog Pals. And,
Oh, yeah?
like, okay, it's a cute little show. And then I see created by Harlan Williams.
Yes.
Wait, what the hell? Well, first I heard the guy, I'm like, that's Harlan Williams. Ah, okay.
He's doing voices in
He's
it?
doing the voice, but he's the creator of the show. So I'm like, hey, Harlan Williams, thank you for the hours of entertainment that you've provided my son. I appreciate it.
Of course, people may know him from Half Baked, of course,
Half-Baked.
which
Yes,
is great.
of course.
Also,
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
One of the best scenes ever.
Yeah.
There's Something About Mary.
Something About Mary.
Sure.
Yep. Actually very similar scene.
Just a little short
and
cameo.
also the same writers that for Dumb and Dumber and There's Something About Mary.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
the Farley
Farley
Brothers.
Brothers.
Farley
Yep.
Brothers,
Yep.
yes. They were on a roll. They were on a roll in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Should I go to mine now?
Yes.
All right.
You know what else they did a Stuck on You?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuck
Not
on
a big
You.
hit.
Greg Kinnear and Matt
Shallow
Damon.
Hal.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal. I could name a few.
Shallow
others.
Hal had some good scenes in it.
It did. It was, yeah. It was
Did you see that Claire Danes? He dropped a Claire Danes.
Claire
on us
Danes.
from My So-Called Life.
So-called
Romeo and
Life,
Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, she's still, what was that show? It was
She was on something not too long ago.
Homeland. Was that
Yeah.
the show? Was that
Yeah.
the name of the show? Never watched it, but yeah, I know it was a big hit for a while. All right. Yeah, I threw together a few cameos as well.
All right. I'm excited.
For Doug and Dan, here we go. These are mine.
Dan and Doug, Mojobreak.
What's up, Doug and Dan?
Doug, Dan, how are you guys?
What's up, Dan and Doug?
What's up, Doug and Dan?
It's your old pal Doug Plagans here in Sunrise, Florida, home of the back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers.
400 episodes of The Hype and 15 years of Mojobreak.
Congratulations, Dan and Doug, on 15 years of Mojobreak. 15 years. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Happy 15-year anniversary, guys.
Happy 15th anniversary. You guys are doing great.
Congratulations, Doug, Dan, the entire Mojobreak team on 15 years of Mojobreak and 400 episodes of the Hype podcast.
I just wanted to reach out to congratulate you guys on 400th episode of your podcast, The Hype, and your 15th anniversary. Congratulations, guys. I miss you.
I consider you gems of the hobby. I remember meeting you 15 years ago, maybe it was 12 or so, here at this national. Feel like we've been there since the beginning? Exactly. You guys are awesome. Congrats.
congrats on 400 episodes of The Hype and 15 years in business. Go Bay Area Panthers.
Thank you, Doug and Dan, for everything that you've done for breaking and for paving the way for breakers like me to be successful in this industry. I appreciate you. Thank you for the hard work. Well deserved.
Wish you all the best. We wouldn't be here without you guys. We really appreciate you, and best of luck going forward.
I just want to say thanks for everything you guys do. Congratulations again. You guys represent everything that's right in the sports card world, and it's an honor to be able to call you guys friends. Congratulations, Mojobreak. Keep up the great work.
What's up, guys? Just want to say congrats on making it 15 years. I remember when Doug first called me and said him and Dan were starting a business. To see where it was, to where it's come, it's been truly amazing. Also want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to work with you and see my best friends every day. It's been pretty awesome. Just keep it going. Keep raising hell.
Congratulations to the whole Mojobreak team, Mojobreak podcast on episode 400. I've been on over 300 of those episodes with you guys, and it was a blessing to be able to share the mic with you guys every week. And it makes me sad how some of my best memories on the podcast were these milestone episodes, but I'm there in spirit, and I want to congratulate you guys for keep bringing the news to the hobby, keeping us all entertained. And I mean, here's to many more. And as far as the rest of the hobby, I'll see you guys soon.
And here's to the next 15 years of Mojobreak. Shoot! Came up.
There we go.
Who did you task to do those videos?
Wait a minute.
Kasky. Hey, this is Jeff Garcia, former 49er quarterback. Your people, Chris at Top Shelf Breaks, reached out to me. He says that you're celebrating 15 years in business. Mojo. Hey, all the best to you, man. Mojobreaks. Dan and Doug are the founders and owners. You guys, and they want to recognize your 15 years in the business and industry of sports cards and sports cards breaks. Hey, you're a diehard Niner fan, I hear. Dan, not so much. A Rams guy, but we own the Rams. We treat them like our little, kids down the block that we just punk all the time. That being said, hey, let's have a great year, Niners, and let's put it on these Rams. Hey, they can't hang with us from the Northern California, the Bay Area. Hey, all your friends from the hobby colleagues, Chris at Top Shelf Breaks, appreciate all that you do and how you've been a big inspiration and mentor for him in his own business and starting his business. Happy 400th episode of the Hype podcast as well. And maybe Dan can celebrate with ice cold Coors Light. All right? Congrats and looking forward to another 15. Hey, Doug, all the best to you, brother. Congratulations on the 15 years and continuing to be a great inspiration and motivation and mentor to other people in the industry. And here's to the Niners having a great season, man. All the best to you, brother. Take care. Happy 15 years.
There you go.
Well, that right there is Gilroy's finest.
That's Gilroy's finest.
And
stopped on your Rams.
And I will say right now, his backdrop doesn't look like any part of Gilroy that I'm familiar with.
What do you mean? Yeah, dude, that's
his house.
That's right down Monterey. You know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of golf courses in Gilroy, but they're not. There's no water.
That's
There's no
Pacheco
water.
Pass right there.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I was like, could that very well be Gilroy Gardens? I don't think it is. I don't think it is, though.
Jeff Garcia looking jacked.
He's jacked.
Jeff Garcia
living his best life in what appears to be Hawaii somewhere or a tropical island.
Confident Hawaii.
Yeah,
it had Hawaii vibes.
So there you go.
It was either Hawaii or like Pebble Beach or something, but it was very nice.
Yeah, I sent out the bat signal a few weeks ago. Said, hey, I'd love to get this for a big episode. Surprise the guys. So thank you to everybody. I know there were a few folks who couldn't get the video in time, but I know they'll probably reach out to you too and give you a big congrats. So, but everybody was it was awesome to get a bunch of people both who work here, have worked here, friends and colleagues in the industry. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
everybody.
that was great, man. I did not expect that.
That had to be expensive.
Yeah, it was a little pricey. Yeah.
I bet you Rich Layton was the most
I was going to say, yeah. Rich, he pushed a hard bargain, but, we worked it out, So
There's a couple cases
So
of dynasty.
I want to get to the nuts and bolts of this. Who was the person who was at the National that was actually getting the videos?
I did ask Shane. I'm like, hey, I need a couple more guys.
Oh, you had Shane do
I
it?
asked Shane. I'm like, hey, can you get me a few more people, longtime customers? So that's why you saw the Mendelses were there, and why I'm like, can you get us some guys? He got me a few guys from the National.
I gotta say,
helped out. So thank you to Shane.
Doug
as well.
had like an amazing backdrop and extremely great video quality for his.
Yeah, shout out to Doug Plagens.
Yeah,
and then just the golden voice, too.
The moment I saw
I was like,
the great Doug Plagens, like, what up? I mean, just a pro.
It's just a pro's pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to. It was good to meet Doug's dad at the party, and you guys both won stuff. That was awesome. So.
Yeah, but the thing, I knew it was going to be easy because you heard it there, especially from the folks who are breakers, Stephanie and Chris and Rich and all that. What you guys have meant for not only 400 episodes we're celebrating today, we're celebrating 15 years of the company, something you guys have started, from humble beginnings to what this is, and you see what you guys have the community built and what you guys mean to a lot of people in this industry.
Yeah, and without those folks that mention and even more that didn't mention, I mean, we wouldn't be here without them. I mean, we wouldn't continue to be able to grow without our competitors that have become our friends that have continued to push the envelope and make things more entertaining and push us. We may have given up if it was only us. So if it was, seeing everybody else come up in this space and be more creative and, like I said, push the envelope, come up with new ideas, new ways to break, new ways to market, new videos.
You lost me giving up. What's going on now?
No, I don't think we would have given up, but I'm just saying.
We're done?
We're done.
That's
it.
No, if it was just Mojo, if it
run.
was just Mojo breaking, this thing wouldn't have gotten as big without everybody
Mojo
else.
breaking. That's actually never been put on any of our.
I know. Just Mojo breaks.
Yeah, just Mojo breaks. But what if we show up at the next event? It's Mojo breaking. It's a maybe.
You knew us for the first 15 years as Mojo Break. Now,
well, no,
Mojo Break. Well, you knew us as Mojo
You knew
Breaks.
us as Mojo Break. Some of you know us as Mojo Breaks. But does anybody know us by Mojo Breaking?
I mean,
we should probably buy that before somebody else does.
I was going to say, maybe you do avoid the confusion. No one's going to say Mojo Breakings.
Well, there might be one guy that might do it.
Oh, well, you're not
You
wrong.
know what I mean?
Yeah, suddenly, hey, Mojo Breaking reports exists. All right, should we get to guess?
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Dude, that was amazing. Thank you for
That was
that.
great.
That was
Cody,
great.
that was rad.
That was awesome.
Happy to do it.
That was rad.
Congrats. All right, shall we get to some Guess That Price? Let's do it. We haven't done Guess That Price in a long time, so
it's time.
It's only fitting for episode 400. We wrap things up with America's favorite game show. When I say America, I mean the Hobby's favorite game show. When I say that, I mean our fan base's favorite game show. It's Guess That Price. Please play at home if you'd like. Let's get to it. First up, we talked about him on this episode. I didn't think we would, but of course, because he's a main character on this show the last few years. There's a gold Trey Lance, PSA 9. And these, by the way, are all sales within this year. I want to mention that for all of these guys that we're about to throw out there. This sold on August 9th. Of course, there's a little bit of maybe a bit of a Trey Lance bump. I don't know. It did sell for best offer on eBay, and it sold on August 9th. Trey Lance Gold PSA 9 Prism rookie card. All right, what are our guesses?
$650.
$850.
Ooh, pretty close.
Actual price.
Probably $325.
$1,500.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
$1,500.
I believe. I was talking about him earlier. He's really coming into his own.
He's coming into his own.
I like it. I
Dan's up.
It's a bold. It's a high risk, high reward. I think.
All right.
I think Herbert goes out. Heineke goes out.
Sure. You never know.
And then what if
that had to be a Chargers fan, right?
Had to have been.
No.
Or a Lance fan.
Not many of them.
Might have been our own
North Dakota State fan.
I mean, look, we talk about that we were big Lance fans, but still, in-house, Greg is probably the number one Trey Lance fan.
He can have that.
He still believes.
He can have that.
He still believes.
Good team, though. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah. You're right. Crazier things have happened.
Remember,
he's a former top 5 pick.
Remember the
Not that
guy
crazy.
from the Giants, Phil Simms, went out? This is a million years ago. And Jeff Hostetler
Oh, sure.
came in and went to the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And won.
You're right.
Could happen.
It probably won't, but it could.
I mean,
Nick Foles. There's Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Too, you know,
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that one was definitely aimed towards Doug. This one is definitely aimed towards Dan. Look at that card.
Oh,
2015.
That's a beaut.
Do we have that?
It is a pretty card.
That's
I
a
know.
beaut.
I was actually really trying. Like, how many of these Sean Mannion cards does Dan not have? I can't go to every one of these cards. So
Man, I mean, there's very few cards that look better than that.
1 of 1 dual. I believe those are you're looking at
glove shields.
Glove shields. Game worn. Todd Gurley and Sean Mannion.
This is like not even fair because I still know the Mannion market.
I kind of am testing you here, but this is a dual. I tried to make it a little different. Todd Gurley, Sean Mannion, rookie, NFL Shield, 1 of 1, game worn, 2015 National Treasures. This sold on February 23rd. Best offer.
All right,
you're going first.
$75.
$75.
Oh, geez. I did $389.
$389.
Because there is Gurley was pretty good.
Yeah, he was, but didn't really have a lot of hobby love.
No. Actual price, $119. Dan.
Getting smoked.
All right.
Yeah.
Still time.
I mean, the reason why I know that is because I bought it.
That it might be. All right. You know what? I'm switching up the order a little bit because I want some drama. Because the next one was also gonna be well, you'll see what I mean when we get there. This is a guy that I talk about a lot. Justin Herbert.
You don't talk about him, you love him.
I love him. I love the guy. Sherbert.
You wish he was in
red and gold? Is that what you're
jersey,
saying?
Red and gold.
Wouldn't be upset about it. Let's
Would
just
you
put it
trade
that way.
Brock Purdy right now for Justin Herbert?
We've talked about this. I think a couple years ago I said yes. Beginning of last year, I might have said. I think I said yes.
It's okay.
You know what? Let's not talk about it.
It's okay.
2020 National Treasures crossover rookie patch auto NFL Shield. It's a BGS 8.5. It's a rookie 2020 National Treasures.
Is that the 2010 design?
2010 design.
It is.
Yep.
All right, hold up. Let me think. What NFL Shield 101?
This was up for auction. I don't have the exact bids, but it was an auction. It is an NFL Shield 1 of 1. It sold on July 17th of this year.
Oh, this is a hard one. Hold up.
That is a 1 of 1 BGS 8.5 National Treasures crossover rookie patch auto NFL Shield.
It's a lot going on in that card.
It's a lot.
All right.
It's a very
and the
lovely
1 of
card.
1 is like on his arm. You can barely see it.
Yes, you're right. 1 of 1 is right. Yeah, barely visible, but it is there. It is a 1 of 1.
To be honest with
Top
you,
of it all.
the shield isn't perfectly centered in that card.
No, it is not.
I would want it. I would want it.
Docking 10K.
22,500.
Okay.
11,111.
Okay. Actual price.
Damn, I just boat raced you.
$30,600. I was shocked at that number. Dan
me
is
too.
the winner, but we've got 2 more. We'll do the other 2.
$20,000 too many.
Wow.
Too much.
What that?
His market is still incredibly healthy, by the way.
Do you guys understand the peak of the hobby we're in right now?
I know.
That can go into 47
fool
buybacks
with his money.
That's a buyback card.
And again, I'm a huge Herbert defender. I am shocked his cards are still going for that much. That if you told me that's a 2021 sale, I go, yeah, sure. So what's that card in 2021? $90,000, $100,000? Easy? It's crazy.
$10,000 card.
Million.
$1 million?
That's $1 million.
Clearly.
How many playoff games has he won?
All right. Well, I really didn't want this to be a full. But you know what? There's still a chance here.
I blame it on the Perrier.
Yeah, they blame it on that.
That's my guy.
There you go.
That's my guy.
Dennis Smith.
But I don't know what that card's worth.
Okay,
Good.
so
I might have a chance.
So I needed to find. I think it was maybe a pre-hype episode where apparently Dan said you were giving your top 5 NBA prospects
Still
now.
Still in there.
And Dan said
He's still in there.
Dennis Smith Jr. number 1.
He's in there.
Well,
still top 5.
Here's his BGS 8.5 gold kaboom rookie gold kaboom sold in February of this year. Best offer. Gold Kaboom. Ooh. Dennis Smith Jr. BGS 8.5. Curious.
$175.
$175.
$250.
Actual price. Somebody likes Dennis Smith Jr. more than Dan.
Oh.
$650.
I get it.
That's on the list.
I was going to do 4,000, but it was going back and forth.
I mean, we have that downtown Henry Ruggs. People they don't care who the player is. They'll spend at least, $400 or $500.
Yeah, exactly. That shocked me.
Yeah.
That was shocking that he's got a market.
But you don't know. Like, DSJ could get on a team that's really good.
He could leave Home Depot and he could go right to the courts.
He's in the league. He's
at least
still
got
there.
a clean
I don't know where he's at.
That much. All right, last one. We're having a little fun with this last one. This is a guy that, as I was looking, this guy was discussed on my first appearance on this show. The first time I was ever.
You're probably like, what did I
guys.
get myself into?
You're going to be surprised. I wonder if you guys know who I'm talking about. But we were discussing this person at length on the show. Tom Petty. It is a 1977 Monty Gum Punk Tom Petty PSA 8
Dude, I want
rookie
that.
card. It's a cool card.
I have to buy that.
I want that.
There was also some cool Panini stickers that were graded I found too. So there's some cool stuff. It's a really cool one. Again, this is considered basically his rookie card, the new wave cards. Best offer sold. This one did not sell this year. This sold in 2022. So this was probably at the all-time peak for these types of cards. Although maybe not.
$950.
$950.
$825.
Oh, wow.
$25.
Close.
Actual price, $750.
Jeez. 4-1.
Goodness.
Ironically, the only one you got was DSJ.
That's
right. The one I should have got.
That was the one I was like, layup for Dan. Here you go. Here's your guy.
Even Dave Mustaine said we sent a video to him from Dennis Smith Jr., if you remember that. On
That's
last
right.
podcast.
That's right. On episode 300, there was a Dennis Smith Jr.
He's like, I hate James and Lars, but this is from Dennis Smith.
I share a birthday with Dave Mustaine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the first episode I ever did, you guys were talking about the Tom Petty PSA fiasco. So that was the very first episode I was ever here for the hype. So.
Yeah, for those that don't know, we had a pick guard signed in person. We hung out with Tom Petty for like 3 or 4 hours, and we had a pick guard signed by Tom Petty, and we watched him sign it, and we sent it to PSA, and they said no, not authentic.
Boo.
So,
oh well.
I might have to be bringing it down in person in our event on Friday and Saturday, right? This week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, wow, we got through episode 400, guys.
We did it.
How does that feel?
I had some rapid fire questions, but we have gone. We got a lot in there. So unless you guys want to
save it, we'll save it for 401.
You know what? Good call. Let's do that. Let's save it for 401.
Well, we do have the breakdown dropping this week. We also have another wax packs and warning tracks. I said it wrong last time too.
Wax tracks and warning packs.
I think I said that at the beginning, but I went.
I was trying to be. I was trying to be polite and be like, that's fine. It's close enough.
It's close in the ballpark.
That's the spin-off of the episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Warning packs. Don't open it.
Yeah.
These are the products that you don't want to open.
Actually, that might be a good spin-off episode. You're right. Warning. Don't open these packs.
Yeah, save them forever.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, and thanks to those people that sent in videos in the industry. Shout out to Rich, Stephanie, Chris, Doug, Mike, and his brother Jam Mendels, which I know him by his email.
Yep.
James and Shane and TJ and
Conrad.
Was there.
You know, shout out to Conrad for being with us for 300 plus episodes.
Davey was in there. Yeah.
Davey was in there.
Trying to remember, did we forget anybody?
I think that's pretty.
Jeff Garcia, of course.
Jeff Garcia,
Yeah.
courtesy of Chris Keller, too.
Yeah.
That we were like, we want to get you on there for real, but he insisted. He's like, I got something for them. They're gonna love this.
Best football player ever.
Yeah,
to come out of Gilroy, California.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
He might be the only one too, but
you could. He's got to be a top 5 out of San Jose State, right?
Look, a few miles south, and Jared Allen would have been in that conversation, but best out of Morgan Hill. So
best quarterback ever to come out of San Jose State.
Ooh.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Gotta be up there, right?
Might be Jeff Garcia.
Might be Jeff Garcia. Thank you for appearing. Thanks to Harlan Williams. Thanks to Nick K.
Yeah, Nick K. Or Noah K.
Noah. Thank you.
Noah K.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thanks to what was it, Uncle? What was it now?
Uncle Ricky.
Uncle Ricky.
Rick Rowley.
Thanks to Uncle Ricky.
He wants to be on the podcast, so there you're the guy.
Well, all right. Just gonna have to get the bleep button out. We're gonna have to
LFG.
polish that thing off.
See, I was thinking about before we let you go. I was thinking we had, past with Harlan Williams. We had present with Rick Rowley because he was saying LFG, over and over again because
Sure.
that's what the breakers say. And then you have the future because we're gonna be chasing Noah.
Yeah.
K.
We'll be chasing Noah
in 2029 or 2030.
whatever it is.
Whenever he's
yeah.
in.
Jeez.
I think.
Well, he's gonna sign an NIL deal. He's gonna probably have a card soon.
He's
He
gonna
already
be
did.
in. He's gonna be in products.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's on a cameo. I mean,
I think he's already in Leaf products.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remembered that Leaf.
No
Really.
way.
Yeah.
Shocker.
No way.
That's shocking.
I'm shocked.
But once again, we couldn't do this without the listeners that keep downloading these podcasts and watching the videos and joining our breaks. So we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on 401. So we'll see you guys next week on The Hype. Peace.